Welcome to Fixing Things with Dave. I'm Dave. Today we're restoring the seat of this antique leather desk chair. You'll see the leather is in pretty rough shape. It's almost more cracks than seat at this point, but we'll fix that. There's also this hole here that we get to patch, so that's where we're going to start. Normally before applying a leather repair compound, you'd give the area a good cleaning. I tried this, but chunks of the leather started coming right off, so we'll move straight to patching this hole. You can get these sheets of leather patching online, and they're great. They have a really sticky adhesive on them, so don't peel off the back until you're ready. As you can see, I haven't quite realized that the patch I cut is too big. Just wait. Now he's got it. This may seem tricky, but trust me, if I can figure this out, you can too. So just trim a piece big enough to cover the entire opening. Then you work it inside the tear and flatten it out with the sticky side up. The patch will now keep the rip from opening anymore. And then we'll smooth over the top with some filler. So here we go. You can get good quality leather filler lots of places online. Using a palette knife, which is really just a bread knife used for art, gently apply the filler in smooth strokes. Gentle, gentle. Just like you're shaving a baby. Get it into the tear and all those cracks, but you don't want to use too much. You'll see why in a minute. Give it a shave. A nice shave. Remember how I said not to use too much filler? Well, I used too much filler. But the seat really was falling apart, so that extra filler is just going to help hold it together and give us a better surface to put the die onto. Now we'll give the filler a couple hours to dry. This is 400 grit sandpaper. It's easy to find. We're just smoothing any bumps or uneven bits at this point. A few spots, especially the patched area, will need another hit of filler. We'll sand it again once it's dry and the filler is set. I'm going to give it one more coat of the filler. Why am I doing another coat? Because it's fun. So let the filler dry, sand it off once again, then give it a quick dusting, and we're ready to die. This is a standard bottle of leather dye and one paint sponge. Nothing fancy here. It's very easy to dye leather. You just want to dab instead of wiping. Dab, don't wipe. If you wipe, it'll leave streaks. Just keep dabbing away until you've got as even a coat as possible and you've gotten dye into all the cracks and crevices of the leather. Now that the first coat is fully dried, we can apply the second coat. As I'm putting on this second coat, I'm starting to notice that this shade of dye is darker than the original shade that was put on this chair. But I like how it looks. I think it's going to turn out even better. So that is the second coat of dye. Put it on nice and thick for that second coat. And as you can see, it is going to come out a much different color than the original. There, now once it's dried, you can see it is a good shade or two darker, but I think it actually looks a lot better. The surface is nice and smooth, very strong. So here's the before and after, and it's night and day really. As you can see, the seat looks almost brand new, whereas what we started off with was, like I said, there was more cracks than there was seat. Even the edge there got cleaned up nicely, and there was a hole big enough that you can get your thumb right into it right here. Virtually no sign of it anymore. So that was my first attempt at leather repair, and I think it turned out pretty well. Please hit the like button if you feel like I've earned it, and hit the subscribe button so you know next time I post a video. Fixing things with Dave. Fixing things with Dave. La 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 la.